Johnny, did you know that if Isaiah Simmons was a safety as opposed to a linebacker, there would be a $6 million gap in the franchise tag?
Did you know if Isaiah Simmons had not been drafted by the Cardinals, they would have drafted CeeDee Lamb, and we'd all be in a much better place. But here we are.
Welcome into the PHNX Daily Bet Show. I'm your host, Shane Buck. Joined as always, I'm back by Johnny Venerable. How you feeling, Mr. James?
I'm good, man. This channel has had a break from me for the better part of about 36 hours after doing roughly 12 live hours of content between Thursday and Saturday. So it was good to give the people a break, but I'm back now, and we're here to talk about the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, before we dive into the Phoenix Suns, I obviously want to talk about some of the games over the weekend. Stephen Curry is now eclipsed, I think, everybody for the best player in the playoffs. Just an absolute masterclass 50-point game from him, closing out the Kings. And that series was fun. I wish we could go 14 games, but it's not how it goes. So now we get Curry and LeBron, or more importantly, Draymond and LeBron. Are you excited for that series?
I am. I'm super excited. I'd be more excited if I could breathe a little bit with the Suns and Nuggets, which I think we're going to get some breathing room tonight. Because I think Suns Warriors is obviously great, but Suns Lakers in the Western Conference Finals is box office. LeBron versus Durant, which we have not gotten since he was a Warrior. I think it's fantastic. I think it's great for the NBA. I mean, like, you put it aside, these are big brands with, how many top 10 players in the NBA right now are going to be playing in this game. It's not my cup of tea in terms of team building. I didn't love what the Lakers did, but they have surprised me, Rob Pelinka and company. Their team's just way better than I thought. I thought they'd probably max out as a playing team with, a low ceiling in the first round. And I mean, I don't think I'll pick the Lakers over the Warriors, but I would not be surprised if the Lakers won this series.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one just because of how different these teams work. Obviously, the LeBron and AD. If AD is playing like he has been, especially that first half of that series, they're going to be hard to stop. I love me some Kevon Looney, but 6 points and 20 rebounds doesn't really do much against Anthony Davis if he's putting up 40. Yeah, that should be. I'll probably, if I had to pick right now, I would say Warriors just because of how hot Curry is. And
Warriors in 6 feels about right.
Yeah. But yeah, as you said, wouldn't be completely shocked. I got 2 games tonight, 2 NBA games tonight. But before we get there, I do want to talk about the shit pumping, for lack of a better term, in that second half by the Nuggets. What was your immediate reaction? I was in Mexico. I was kind of following along, but there was a ton of Canadians at the resort. So they had the Oilers game on the whole time, which was like
nice.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm none to it. They shot really well in the second half. And I thought Kevin Durant's comments were great. I thought they were super respectful after the game, just saying, like, guys are the number 1 seed, and they're the number 1 seed for a reason. I just think we're all so, numb to the fact that the Nuggets choke every year. This has basically been the nucleus of their team the last couple of years when they've been bounced in the postseason, and we all feel like they're built for the regular season. And even though they have a 2-time MVP. So I had somebody asked me before the start of that game, I probably would have said Nuggets money line, but we didn't have the show that day. I wasn't on the show, but I feel very confident the Suns are going to rebound today. The home crowd, the Suns to me have not had enough time to gel with their chemistry to come out guns a-blazing and are not playing their best basketball early in series. I think they're going to have some time to adjust in game 2. Not surprised at all. Let them throw a ticker tape parade and win their first game, but very similar to losing the first game to the Clippers, I expect a different team the rest of the series for the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, the only thing obviously that concerns me is Jokic's lack of offense that he had to display in that game. Obviously 24 points and 19 boards is a crazy stat line, but if you actually watch the game, I mean, you missed like 10 bunnies. Like, that's not going to happen again. So get out on your rotations. Hopefully they cool off a little bit from 3 and, shoot the ball from deep. Like, actually shoot it. I don't care about me. Just shoot the fucking ball, man.
Yeah.
My God. I saw a stat this morning. I forget who tweeted it, but the Suns have 4 games this year where they've attempted X amount of threes or less. And that has only happened 3 times out of any other team in the playoffs combined. So they just don't like shooting threes. And it doesn't make sense when you have 2 really good 3-point shooters on your team and a bunch of role players that can shoot.
Yeah, this is a Durant Devin Booker game where they're going to snatch some souls tonight, and it's going to be a great performance.
I would hope so. And you can take advantage of that soul snatching performance at BetMGM right now. All you got to do is sign up with BetMGM and use bonus code PHNX. And there's a few different offers depending on where you live. But for our Arizona audience, you will get up to $100 in bonus bets on your first wager with BetMGM. Just make sure you use that bonus code PHNX. Plus, we got our knockout nights starting the first Friday of every single month, starting this month, May through August, 7 p.m. They're free to enter and will include food and beverage specials, giveaways, and BetMGM prizes, deposit matches, whatnot. So make sure to come join us at BetMGM, the sportsbook at State Farm Stadium. There's a bunch of good stuff on the app as well. I took advantage of some live betting. I almost took the Panthers to come back and beat the Bruins when they were down 3-2 with like 3 minutes to go. I was like, nah, come on. That's not going to happen. And of course it did. And you can live bet on BetMGM too. So great time. As I said, bonus code PHNX, get those free $100 in bonus bets. And now for my wonderful voice talking about the disclaimer.
Disclaimer, 21 plus to wager. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in Washington, D.C., Mississippi, Nevada, New York, and Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369, New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP, Arizona. 1-800-522-4700, Kansas, Nevada. 1-800-327-5050, Massachusetts. 1-800-BETS-OFF, Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help, Michigan.
Big one tonight. Spread currently on BetMGM is 4.5. It was 4.5 game one. Do you think it should stay where it is, or should it have moved in a different direction?
No, I think that's about right. Listen, it was not a competitive second half the other night, and it was a robust second half line for a reason. I think this is very respectable. They're the home team. They have the best home record in the NBA. It's going to be difficult, but I think this is a one possession game entering the final 2 to 3 minutes of the game. I think they trade blows, go back to back, and I think the Suns get the win. I think both games are going to be really competitive tonight, and I think both underdogs are going to win.
Wow. We'll get to your Sixers pick in a second because okay, let's get to my picks first. I like the over in this game a ton. Like a lot. In game one, the over was 227. It was basically never in doubt, except that kind of slowed down at the end there. I got a little worried, but I mean, when the Nuggets put up 37 points in the second quarter, it was kind of obvious. I also like both teams' team totals. I could lean both ways at I think you're around 111. So if you want to stay away from the total of the game and you're just more confident in one of the teams scoring, you can take the team totals on BetMGM. I believe the Suns are like minus or 112 points total. But yeah, you can go look for yourself. That line is moving. The over under opened up this morning at 226 or 227 and a half. So they've already been bet up a little bit. So get that line while you can. And then you mentioned it. I don't think they went outright because of obviously no Embiid, but Tyrese Maxey is a good basketball player. I like his over tonight. I'm not going to take it on the show, but I might sprinkle a little bit offline. Maybe get a 30 plus special or something, a little signature bet as well. But yeah, I like the Sixers plus 9.5.
That's cute. I like them plus 375 money line, baby. Let's get to my picks. Celtics. They always play a game like this where they blow it. I think they're going to win this series. Everybody calm down. Stop yelling at me through your computers and your smart devices. We're making money tonight. We're making money with some robust underdogs that, by the way, had really, really nice showings in the first round. You know who didn't have a nice showing in the first round? The Boston Celtics. They screwed around. They dicked around. And I think they lose tonight in game one, but eventually win the series. Everybody calm down. I also think, in a weird way, Shane, there's a trickle-down effect to the Bruins blowing their lead last night and having that loser stench on the Boston Celtics. Take the Sixers money line. Hell yeah, plus 375. I also explained it. The Suns are winning tonight. They're not going down 0-2 because they're going to win the series. They're going to tie it up at 1-1. We're going to have Kevin Durant go off for about 40. Devin Booker is going to chip in with about 30 to 35. This is a Kevin Durant game. We've been waiting for it, the quintessential Durant game. We've gotten a 50 burger from Devin Booker, but this is why you get Kevin Durant. For games like this, game 2 on the road, you don't want to go to an 0-2 hole. KD, baby.
I would hope so. I would also hope that stench doesn't stick around Boston. But Who knows? The Sixers won their last game against Boston, but before that, Boston won 4 straight. So, and they do it with defense. They held in 2 of those 4 games that they lost, they held the Sixers under 100 points. So, something to watch out for there defensively. We can take a look at my props as well for tonight, both in the Suns game. DA double plus 105. Look, he knows everything. He hears everything. And you know a guy like him is on social media and sees everything. People were very upset. There was the viral video of him just kind of standing under the basket that everyone was harping on, and he responded to it and whatever. He's going to respond tonight, and I think he's going to do it in a big way. I think he goes 15 and 20, maybe 20 points, 15 rebounds. I think he goes crazy.
That's a save. 20 rebounds.
20 and 15. And then Book over 30.5 points. A guy who also probably has heard a lot of Jamal Murray owns you. Jamal Murray this. Devin Booker is the better player, and everybody should know that. Give me his over at 30.5 points at minus 105.
Don't hate it. Listen, I think Devin Booker has a big night. I think KD has a bigger night. Let's get to my picks. I'm going to take the old man. He's going to get up out of the wheelchair tonight, and he's going to have a vintage throwback performance. That is Chris Paul. He's averaging, I think, for the postseason, almost 9 assists. Okay, so you figure if he gets into double digits, I think that we're going to see something in the vicinity of like 12 and 10, especially if you've got KD and Devin Booker going off for 30-plus points each with my co-hosts, and I both think that's going to happen. And then let's dabble a little first field goal action, plus 400 Devin Booker. Tone setter for this team has been the entire postseason. I think the Suns get off to a big start in this game, Shane. I'm going to go on the record right now. I'm going to say that they have the lead early and they never relinquish it. They have the lead from the start. They're going to shoot much better, especially from the perimeter. As you mentioned, they're going to emphasize the 3-game, which they did not in game 1. There's no way the Nuggets role players perform as well as they did. So love the Suns tonight. Love me a double-double for Chris Paul and Devin Booker. Do a little sprinkle, plus 400.
Yeah, could see it. That would be nice. I would like a no-sweat game. But I feel like this series is going to be sweaty regardless. I just feel like every single bucket the Suns get is so much tougher than the ones they're allowing.
I feel like that's
terrible.
Always the case. That's always the case.
Yeah, it's the worst.
We feel like that for anytime you're rooting for a team. It's everything. Everybody always makes it look harder.
J5 Media in the chat says, I hate that DA needs to be externally motivated to be great, but I have faith that he'll bounce back, especially after all that criticism from game 1. And June DeFool says DA masterclass tonight. I hope so as well.
And 2 bad games. I can't remember back to back.
Yeah, I don't think he needs to be externally motivated, but it sure seems like sometimes it helps a little bit when people get on him. But let's be nice to him tomorrow because he's gonna have a great game tonight. Masterclass incoming, as they say. Plus 105, by the way. Get that double. BetMGM. John, anything else before you get out of here?
Yeah, PHNX Cardinals live today. Myself, Bull Brock, 4 p.m. We're going to be talking. It's one of the most loaded shows that we have in some time. Ohio State offensive line coach Justin Fry is going to join us to talk about the acquisition of Paris Johnson Jr. for the Arizona Cardinals. We're also going to do a mock draft for 2024. Guess who Pro Football Focus has as the teams with the top 2 picks in next year's draft? Hello, Caleb. Hello, Marvin. You are
really that's what you do right now.
Come on, we'll talk about it. 4 p.m.
PHNX Sunday was live at 2 p.m. Make sure to join us. ASU baseball had a tough weekend, but we'll get over it. And they got Stanford this week, so come join us then. And yeah, we're live every Monday through Friday at noon right here on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. Make sure to sign up for BetMGM with that bonus code PHNX. You can follow me on Twitter at Shane D. If you can follow Johnny on Twitter at Johnny Venner. We'll follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_bets. And as I said, every Monday through Friday right here on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. Follow PHNX Sports across all socials, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And until tomorrow, peace, love, and DA, please try harder tonight.